Hey everybody! Renegade68 here, with some more Let's Play Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair Blind. Haven't heard this little track in a while, the pre-trial prep song. I really do like it. Let's look at our skills first, I guess. 0 of 23. 23 points, interesting. I can change difficulty? Interesting. Open e-handbook? Interesting. Alright, so you can do a lot on the fly. I don't remember if you could in the first game or not. What does that say down there? Byakuya Togumi was killed. The blue hue of our vacation is now a crimson red. Is the killer really one of us? Or is it someone else? The class trial starts now. Man, that text scroll takes forever. Okay, if it slightly steadies your aim. How many points do I have? Like, I've got focus gauge decreases at a slower rate during concentrated fever time. So let me see if I can fit everything. 11, 16. Wait, so, okay, is this like... Oh, okay, yeah. Alright, so 4, 11, 16, 21. Is that all of them? So I can fit all of them. Yeah. Alright, fine sword. And neutral liberation. And cool and compose. Super. So they're still all there? Alright, let's do it. You guys ready? Cause I'm ready. Ongoing theory, I think it's Teru. I hope it's Teru. I don't like him. If not, Fuyuhiko seems likely. Those are the two top suspects right now. Pekoyama, I don't think so. I think she was on her period or got sick from Teru's food or something. Yeah. Those seem... I'd say Nagito seems suspicious, but I think he's too important to die this early. Maybe not. Maybe he will. We'll see. Let's finish. You ready? Yes! Let's do it!
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is, and vote for who done it!
I love how Monami is just hanging there. And the dead picture sprites look a little nicer in this one.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule!
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
No, duh!
Most definitely! There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you! Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry.
I didn't think it was gonna be unfair. Now I'm worried.
I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
Of course.
You hate me that much?
Now, let's begin!
I think we all secretly do. Also, she has mushrooms on her head. Were they always there? I feel like they're a new addition.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
I don't think that'll solve anything.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Well, that was everyone but you. Nice way to say you're not a suspect. Jeez.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
The most pressing issue is who the killer is.
Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds?
I don't know what's on your mind, but on my mind, it's who the killer is.
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath the table.
Alright, fair enough.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately, we need to find out who murdered him. If we can't do that... No, thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this, no matter what. So the crash trial has finally started. From this point on, I'll provide simple tutorials at every important moment. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. Oh boy. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after the other, without any breaks. Except, you know, when you get to the end, it loops. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes combined within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. It'd be much cooler if it was like Phoenix Wright, where everything is loaded. Or at least 5 at a time. Like in the first game, it's like a lot of the time it was just like 3, and that's on hard mode. Use the left stick to move the red soul, then fire with the triangle button. Okay. You can also fire by tapping the statement directly. Except I can't. Pay close attention to each character's statements, and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you'll automatically fail, so please be careful. I don't know if this is anything like the first game, but the time limits in that game were stupid generous, so I don't think I'm gonna fail. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. That's kind of cheating, because it doesn't run down the clock. Well then, good luck and have fun! Make your argument. Whoa, okay, so we got knife, gaps in floorboard, bloodstain under the table. Alright.
Why was Byakuya's body
How do I switch?
in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
Yes.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why?
Nope. Ah,
Obviously by hiding the body.
there we go.
They tried to delay its discovery.
That's wrong.
Like a dog burying a bone.
Now they're just killed under the table. I'll just have to get back up to that part. What you just said was strange. It clearly contradicts the information I know. Alright, let's get back to that statement.
Why was
It's
Byakuya's
the bloodstain under the
body
carpet.
in a place like that?
How do I speed up again?
His body
Oh, yeah, okay, where does it say? Silencer, whatever, fast forward argument, is the circle button. Okay, fire truth bullet, select truth bullet with L and R. Okay. Alright, I got it.
was underneath the table
At the very back of the dock.
After the killer murdered, they
Probably moved the body there.
Boom!
No, that's wrong.
Oh, wow. That sounds a lot more like Johnny. A lot less high-pitched.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
What is with the random jump in puberty? You guys heard that, right? Like the one he just did? That was like... That sounded like Ichigo from Bleach, and that's his regular voice, or Lelouch, or whatever. That's the one he uses for most of his roles. But then there's his kid voice, like his Renton voice. And that's the one he's using here, so why is he randomly going like puberty powers? Like, I guess he's just really getting into it or something. The character, that is. Or maybe they screwed up with the voice. I don't know. It's funny to think that's on purpose, and the character's just getting all like, I gotta be manly for these trials. Ugh!
Huh? Why?
Why not?
Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table.
It's weird for him not to be the protagonist, but I'll still be in the game. Ugh.
Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Oh, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
Oh well, maybe the next one.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
Well, she's nice.
I respond better to praise, you know.
Yeah, so do I. But we don't always get what we want. So adapt.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Because he was stabbed from under the table with a skewer.
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
The inflection on that was off. Definitely. I'd have to hear it again to say exactly what was wrong with it. But that was definitely not said correctly. No offense!
What? You think he was killed under the table?
That's what he just said.
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed.
Correct.
Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Maybe to search for something underneath? He had the night vision goggles. I don't know.
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
He was big. I don't think he was a jokester.
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
Well, depends on the kind of person he is. If he responds to blackouts the same way Edgeworth responds to earthquakes, it's very possible. But it was all the way on the other side of the room.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
The reason Byakuya dove under the table. If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably... Ah! A thing? I have to do a thing? How do I... Okay. Display problem? If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably... Connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party. Knife. Blood stain under the table. Shit, I don't know. Could have been the Dolorum case. Or I don't know! Ah, the timer! Or his heart, the gas stove, fire door. The knife of the crime scene was not included. Shoki's account. Threatening letter. So, would it be the door? I'm just gonna do the Dorlum case. The case Byakuya had with him, there's a lot of security equipment inside, and her plus case. Wait, the key to the. No, not this. The other one. The other one. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? The other one. No, I want the. You frag it, this one. This may sound presumptuous, but I think that's wrong.
Crap!
Looks like I just made a fool. Okay, well, wait, what's going on here? I'm very confused. The reason Byakuya dove onto the table. If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably the reason he dove under the table? Maybe he saw the knife with the night vision goggles, and then he went to get it, and then got stabbed?
I can prove it with this.
I assume that's right, then.
It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, alright. He saw the knife with the night vision goggles, and then went to get it, and then got stabbed under the table. Okay, that would make sense. But someone would have had to planted the knife, which means they would have had to been inside. So Fuyuhiko is looking less likely. I think Tara is looking more and more likely all the time.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
But it's not.
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
Exactly. And they're about to say, but it was pitch dark, but we're going to say night goggles.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility.
However...
But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
That is correct.
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment.
That would make sense, especially with the statements he said. Because he was like, what the hell?
Like, for example, He might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
That is... that might be possible. But I don't think so, because I think the person was already under the table by that point. Like, maybe they slid the knife in... Either they planted it beforehand. That's a good question. I don't know for sure yet. I'm not sure if they were already under the table by that point or not.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial!
I think that's the point. During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. But from this point on, with various weak points, okay. No matter how many weak spots there will only be one liar contradiction. This means there'll be a false weak spot. I play Phoenix all the time, I know this stuff. You shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute, but you'll lower your exclamation marks, or in later games, your health bar. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you'll fail, so be extra careful. Have to rely on your own logic. Of course. Also, if you concentrate by holding down the R button, you can progress the argument slowly. Please use whatever you feel like you're moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. Please press the start button there. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Good luck and have fun. Knife blending on the cover. Whoa, 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 whoa! 5 things already. Cool. Hard mode. I like it. Knife. Okay, so.
I'm
knife.
sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
Night vision goggles.
That sounds correct. If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
Yeah, I could.
No, that's wrong.
That was easy. Much easier than the first one.
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
And the first one was already pretty easy, so that's pretty pathetic.
Why do you say that?
If he was using those night vision goggles we found under the table, he could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
No, I'm saying Teru used them. Gee.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Whoa. What?
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
Whoa, 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 what is this? I don't think I saw that. I don't think I saw anything like this in the first game. So, other characters have objections to me now? Cool.
The other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Why would you think that? Let me hear your reasoning. I have a good idea of why you think that, but you're obviously wrong. Were you surprised by Mihiro's sudden argument? Yes, I was. I did not realize other characters objected to me. That never happened in the first game. That's another plus for this one. Just between you and me. I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, with this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. This isn't the same thing as the first game where cornering someone, is it? I don't remember. I don't remember what that was called. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the directional buttons or by swiping the screen. I can't swipe the screen, so I guess I'll do the directional buttons. Based on the shapes of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. Oh boy. And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. So is this a complete new thing? On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be careful. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. Aha! However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Then how can I? Instead, it will skew the mood toward the other party's advantage. Plus, this can be very big? Wait, what? Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the triangle button. Oh, okay. Oh! That is kind of similar to the first game. Is this the same thing? I don't think it's the same. The whole cutting things? That sounds different. When you're using the touchscreen, I don't. But okay. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. Oh, is this the thing that the blade is for? Probably. Huh? What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry. It appears there have been delay in contacting you. I'll make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth bolts will be called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Good luck and have fun! Okay, yeah, this is different. Knife, duralum case, iron storage room. Alright.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles.
Oh.
That's gotta be it.
Damn it!
What? I can't just listen to what she's saying. I also need to respond. But with what?
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Take that. I don't know. Oh, that's all I had to do?
Use them.
Because if they use night vision goggles, then they could
No.
kill Byakuya even
No.
in the dark. I mean,
No.
In reality,
No.
that's
No.
those goggles were
No.
planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Oh, right. Oh, there was the weak spot just showed up. Yeah, holding your argument. I was just so focused on just cut. I was like, wait, how do I do this? So, I was looking at what statement I was supposed to, like, this is earlier when I just started this. Like, I was looking at what statement, like, okay, which of my things contradicts this? And I'm like, oh, I just cut. I don't need a contrary thing. It's just for the weak spots. Okay. I thought it was for everything. I got confused. I'm sure Byakuya brought the night vision goggles. Need to refute Mario's claim with evidence.
Because if they use night vision, then they
No.
could kill Byakuya
No.
even in the dark.
No.
In reality,
No.
that's
No.
so those goggles
No.
were planned in advance. The
No.
killer brought them to the crime
No.
scene.
No. Oh, shit. I did it again!
Because if they use night vision goggles, then
No,
they could kill
no,
Byakuya even
no,
in the dark. I
no,
mean, in
no,
reality,
no,
so those goggles
no,
were planned in advance. The killer
no,
brought them to the crime scene.
No. Oh, wait. How do I... What's the button that slows down again? Is it circle? No, that's the other one. It's this. Okay.
Because if they use night vision goggles, then they could
Alright,
kill
yeah,
Byakuya
okay.
even
I
in
pressed the
dark.
wrong one.
I mean, in reality, that's what. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Brought them? No, okay, brought them. Brought them to the crime scene.
Because if they use night vision goggles,
Brought them to the crime
then they
scene?
could have killed Byakuya even in the dark.
Irons in storage room?
In reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were
I'm
planned
confused.
in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Brought them to the crime... Okay, I'm cheating for a second. The killer brought them to the crime scene? The killer brought the night vision goggles to the crime... Duralum case! Ugh. I know what I'm doing now.
Damn it!
Now I know what I'm doing! Jeez! It's the Duralum case! She's gonna go back to the original topic. Okay, fine.
If you just use the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. Gotta be it.
Nope. I did it. Okay.
Where's your proof that the killer used
Alright, now I know what I'm doing. It's the Duralum case.
Because if they used
I wasn't
night
even
vision
paying
goggles,
attention to her words.
then they could have killed Byakuya even. I mean, in reality, that's so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
No, okay, fuck! Wait, what? Again?
Damn it!
I suck at this. I know what I'm doing now, but I'm not even cutting any other direction. It's just always down. Okay, I know what I'm doing now.
That the killer used them.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
if they used night vision, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
No. There we go.
Allow me to cut through those words.
I got it? Did I do it? I was just...
No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Okay, I got all weirded out by that because that was something I didn't see in the first game.
But why?
Okay, it's going on auto. How did I do it on auto? I don't want it to be on auto. How do I turn it off?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party.
There we go. I turned it off. Okay. That was fun until I got to the part where I had to press the triangle button. Alright.
We found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Exactly.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well.
Alright. Hopefully the future segments of that, well, they'll probably be harder, because that one really, until I got to the statement, was just cut. But, hopefully in the future ones I'll have a better idea of what the heck is going on.
Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Well, that's good for you, Ibuki. I'm just bad at multitasking. Like, I had to, like, cut the statement and press triangle at once. That's too many things.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too?
I don't think so.
If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
But if the knife was in there, then there would have been no reason for him to dove under the table. That was where our argument started. You're circling.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Gross. Moving on.
Ew! You totally mean that in a perverted way.
Ugh. The best way to ignore it is to just ignore it. The knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too? No. That's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the... Oh shit! Party even started. I should be able to prove it. I don't know. I gotta press something. Nope. I just didn't want the timer to run out. The timers are being mean in this one. That came out of nowhere. I don't know. I'm bad at thinking under pressure. Oh, this game is gonna rip me apart. The proof that the knife wasn't inside the drone case is the night vision goggle case? I don't know. Nope.
Crap!
Everyone's starting. I just made a fool of myself in front of everyone. Knife was brought in the drone case along with the night vision case, and that's not possible. The knife was hiding in the dining hall before the party even started. Should be able to prove it. Tonight's main dish? I can't stop thinking about tonight's main dish. Wait, what? I pressed that just because it looked... Because I remembered the skewers, but how would the knife be hiding in there? That wouldn't make sense. Would it? I don't know. None of them looked like they made sense. Is that what we're focusing on now? That's very interesting. Okay. Oh, there's no voices, which means it's wrong. Alright.
Crap!
I don't get it. What's the problem? Why can't the timer reset when I fuck up? The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. Oh, duct tape!
I see!
Okay!
There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found.
If I had time to think, I probably would have realized that. I'm not bad at these under pressure moments. This game is all about under pressure. Oh well.
Huh? Duct tape?
That is the truth. Oh, it was hanging under the table. Right. Okay, I see now. Yeah. So did someone pull it off? Or, I'm not sure.
They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Yes.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
I apologize for being bad at under pressure. It's just always been a thing. Like, I probably could have done that in less time than it gave me if it didn't give me a time limit. Or if it didn't show the time limit, I'd probably be better at it. Because I wouldn't be constantly looking at the time being like, shit. That's just the kind of person I am. If you tell me I have an hour to survive, I'm fucked. If you don't tell me, I'll probably make it out before the hour's up.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
I'm sure he could have if he really tried.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid?
I guess now's as good a time as any to bring it up. It has to come up eventually.
Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
Maybe he had ulterior motives.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
He definitely knew. We already know this, Nagito. We've been in his room.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
It couldn't have been that all-seeing since he got killed.
You think so too, right, Hajime?
I know so. Let me just present the thing. Give me all the time you want for this one, or give me as little time you want for this one. Why do I get 2.5 minutes for this? Really? Why does this take 2.5 minutes? I know there's more options, but this one's more obvious. Where's the letter? Murder threat.
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
I think Johnny Youngbosch was called in to voice 2 different characters. Or something. Or he thought he was? Someone made a mistake somewhere. Because there are clearly sometimes, like when he's being all trial mode, I'll call it that. His trial mode, he's like Yugi. He gets all deep pitched suddenly. Oh, I went through puberty. But then otherwise it's like this. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but either way it's weirding me out. Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey, the hell is this?
It was in Byakuya's room, and it's probably why we were holding the party, which you totally could have came to.
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
We don't know. No sender, duh.
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Oh, I'm sure they would, because Monokuma can't interfere, remember? Or at least, he's not supposed to interfere.
Wasn't me.
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies.
Friendly lies. Sure, yeah. Like, how about, who are you? The lie about who you really are, I don't think that'd be a very friendly lie. Although you could twist it and be like, well, I'm one of your friends! Friendly lie!
Those are still lies!
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
This is a true fact.
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
Yes.
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other.
I love how Buki's just standing there in that pose. Oh, that's great.
In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But quite the opposite is what actually happened.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
Either way, someone ended up dead.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
Then everyone would panic.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
I see. A strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
It's the tragic tale of all the heroes in the Shakespearean stories. Although this one's a lot more tragic. Because, Shakespeare, I don't really like any of Shakespeare's stuff. Because, oh, you have some tragic flaw. But this is different. This is an actual kind of tragic flaw because it's like, because he tried to stop it, and he was actually trying his best, is why it happened. That's different from in like, I don't know, as an example, in Othello or something like, oh, the tragic flaw is that, he's deceived easily? Like, what the fuck is that?
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
Not necessarily. It could have been a prank. It doesn't really matter at this point, though. Yes, the killer. Can I advance the dialogue, please? Oh, okay, there we go. Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
Gundam, you are looking more and more suspicious, like, because the person, if someone did kill from under the floorboards, That lost earring is a big deal. But I think you made too much of a show of it if you were really the killer. If you were the killer, you would have tried to hide the fact that you lost your earring. You would have easily known how to get it back, too. So I think you're probably not the killer.
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
Do you know something we don't know?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
Oh, you love crazy fool.
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles.
What is it?
If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
If they were under the floorboards, they probably would have gotten some, of the nighttime air from around them, right? Possibly. Or they might have gotten their own night vision goggles from, the convenience store.
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
Unless it was glow-in-the-dark paint? So maybe Byakuya didn't have the night vision goggles? Possibly. Or maybe Byakuya did have the night vision goggles, and it's because of the glow-in-the-dark paint that the person was able to kill Byakuya. He just waited till, like, I don't know, he or she heard noises, or, I don't know. Maybe the knife came off, and it's like, that was his signal to go, the paint's coming off, stab, or something. No, the killer definitely used a mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hands, even though I think the skewer was the murder weapon, but it was the glowing paint.
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
In actuality, the knife we found under the table
wasn't the real murder weapon because the diameter was too small.
and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
I would think so, to see in the dark.
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
If they're the killer, then no shit, Sherlock.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
Well, I thought we already knew this. This isn't some spur-of-the-moment thing. Too many things are weird for it to be spur-of-the-moment.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker.
Okay, this is where we're gonna get to the part where either she was on her period or she got sick from food.
Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
Nice.
I am not the killer. Oh, I guess she's not.
Oh, well maybe you should give us a reason now, instead of hiding it like you did earlier. Time to fess up, girlie.
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Peko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't think any of us could. Even Nekomaru would need something to stand on. So, whoever the killer is must have had some way. Like a missing skewer. Standing on something and with a missing skewer, maybe.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Peko was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue-colored weak spots will be called agree spots. When shooting agree spots with truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing with the other person's testimony against any lies or mistakes, please fire the truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. I don't think this was in the first game. I was thinking they were going to get to the part where I can take someone else's statement and fire at someone else's statement, but no, not quite. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. Oh, nice. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. If you press the start button, you can review the controls. Alright. So yeah. R is slow down, circle is speed up. Don't get those reversed again. Alright. Good luck and have fun. Okay, Nekomaru's account, Teruteru's account, Chiaki's account.
Since Peko was in...
Can I check this? Because I don't remember... Yeah, I don't remember what these say. It was Chiaki, Teruteru, and Nekomaru's account. The gas stove in the kitchen is powered by electricity. That's why Teruteru couldn't use it during the blackout. Where's Chiaki's? When Chiaki was standing guard outside, Hiko apparently came to the old building, then walked away. And Nekomaru's. Nekomaru kept trying to use the bathroom before the party started, but someone was using it the whole time. He was able to enter the bathroom after Byakuya's body was discovered. I'm thinking it's going to be Nekomaru's then.
The office? She could have caused the blackout at any time!
Caused the blackout.
That's impossible.
Why is that?
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office.
Oh?
Not even before the blackout.
I agree with that.
Part of me wants to see the whole statement, but whatevs.
No, I think Peko is telling the truth.
I could always look up those statements and such, you know, in like a full walkthrough or whatever. But so it's not a big deal. Just get to the important shit.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
Not quite.
And yeah, it's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
We don't know for sure who was in the washroom, but it does make some sense. I'm trying to use it many times. The door just won't open at all. She keeps rolling back and forth in there, but why? I mean, I'm pretty sure a period is not a back and forth thing. So what is it?
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Well, it's true that she wasn't in the party for a long time, but does that mean she was away from the lights for so many times? That's irresponsible. Peko, you're irresponsible. You should have had someone else guard the thing if you knew you had to keep going back and forth in there.
Everyone else besides Peko was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Peko.
I guess that would be true.
You have to fess up. It's the only way to convince people you're not the killer.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
Exactly.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you are so insensitive.
She has to say that. I mean, not saying that makes you look like the killer. You trying to kill all of us? Like, I'm sorry, but I have to agree with Kazuichi on this.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit.
Well, I guess that would make sense, actually. You do sometimes have to go back and forth for shit. Like, maybe your shit... No, that wouldn't make sense. I mean, it would make sense if she was like, oh, something happened, I should quickly stop my shit, and then go back to take the shit, but it doesn't make sense in the sense that, oh, I'm gonna guard the thing. Oh, but actually I'm gonna take a shit. You should have someone else guard it then.
Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
I love this guy. I should try and get some free time with him.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
Well, it's not his fault. Guys, a lot of guys just happen to find the word shit funny. It's just a funny word.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Is it true? Is that what was going on? You were taking a shit? That's what would... The whole time. It was happening the whole time. What the hell about your guard duty? I don't like you anymore, Peko. I never really liked you, but I didn't dislike you either. I don't like you now. That was a responsibility thing. I thought you were the responsible type. What the heck?
Don't worry. The smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I said it's fine.
No, it's not fine. Someone ended up dead, in case you didn't realize. I do not like you, Peko.
But still, You were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
Wasn't she in the bathroom from before the party started? Like, because we went in, we couldn't go into the bathroom, right? I'm almost certain of it. Although if it was food poisoning, you know, then that would, you know, make Tara more likely.
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
This does make Tara look suspicious. The problem is, I'm just not getting it. I thought before the party even started, you were in the bathroom, weren't you? I'm almost certain of it. Someone was in the bathroom. We couldn't go in. I'll have to go back and check that at some point. But, I'm certain somebody was in the bathroom when we first came to the hotel. Before anyone had eaten any food, I think. Unless somebody else was in the washroom at that point? I don't know.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
Oh, shut up.
Seriously, stop it.
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
So are you.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
Now, who was it that handed the food to her? That's the big question.
I see. That might have happened.
Question is whether Pico's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. I just don't remember who handed her the plate of food. Knife, AC timer, night vision goggles, embarrassing pose. Party dishes. Wait, whoa. So there's 5 things, or...
Did you eat anything weird?
2, 3, 4...
I don't remember eating anything weird.
So there's only 5, okay.
Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would...
Let me check a couple of these things again. What does it say in the party dishes? Tara poured his heart and soul into cooking various party dishes. However, Akane and Peko were the only ones who ate them. And then what about embarrassing pose? Where's that? I can't find it. Embarrassing pose. During the blackout, Mikon tripped and fell in the dining hall. By the time the lights came back on, she ended up in a compromising pose. I don't see how this could be relevant. At least I don't think so.
Ruin the taste!
Ruin the taste. Only 2 weak spots there. The Pico's stomach was a coincidence. Da, da, da.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it...
What does this party dishes say again? I feel like that's the thing, right? That seems like the only thing that makes sense. Poured his heart and soul into cooking various party dishes. However, Akane and Peko were the only ones who ate them. Yeah, did Akane feel anything weird? What about Akane? Like, no one else ate them, so it's possible. If it was planned, maybe. I'm not really sure.
You brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
No? Okay. Well, was I wrong about something? I didn't put any laxative in my dishes.
Crap!
Yeah, okay, great.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives
in it, don't you
Maybe
think?
it's this? I don't know. That's it?
No, that's wrong.
What? What?
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall.
Why? I don't get it. Like, I was just like, oh, that's the only other statement. Part of this is the only thing that makes sense, but I don't know why.
Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
It didn't have to be all of the food. It could have been just Pecco's. I mean, like, something could have been slipped into the food, you know, before they handed him the plate or whatever. It didn't have to be all of it, but also Akane might have just been prone to not get laxated.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
It's true.
Cease this bickering.
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
I don't think it's a coincidence. That doesn't make much sense. The killer planned so much. I mean, if someone handed her the plate, if we could know and go back in time and figure out who handed her the plate, this could change a lot. Whatever.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
What a bitch.
Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how that blackout occurred. Alright. So it'd be the AC. Or, wait, it's not there. Okay, so irons.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Can't answer that. I'm gonna bop you in the head? Is that what it said? Okay, yeah, so it would be the irons, right? Because those were, yeah. I thought it would be the AC. I thought it would be finally time for the AC, but it hasn't mentioned that, so. Yeah.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
No.
Maybe they used a remote control?
Oh.
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does
Oh.
not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
Like
I
that?
agree with that.
Yes! There we go. I knew it was the irons. If it wasn't the AC, it was the irons.
It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge.
I like that people aren't always wrong now. Sometimes they're correct, and I have to agree with them. I mean, it's kind of weird that I have to agree with them of all people. Yeah, I like it. I like this new system of other people doing things.
Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
Oh, another argument.
Hold on a second, let me speak too!
Oh boy, more sword cutting.
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout?
Well, not just that, but yes.
That's inexcusable!
Why? Rebuttal showdown. I'm gonna say right away it's the AC timer, but okay. Let's do
The
it.
irons in the storage room caused the blackout.
Ugh.
For the killer to turn the irons on.
Ugh.
You're saying they went all the way to the storage? Then that means everyone who was in the when the blackout
Yes.
occurred can't be
Whatever you
suspect.
just said. Take that!
No,
I didn't
just
read
because
any of
people were in the
it.
dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the blackout. If the irons caused, then the killer had to go to the storage room before
Okay, I saw the weak spot.
and turn on the irons.
Ugh.
Now do you intend to take back what you said?
It's true the irons were responsible for the blackout, but that shouldn't be the only reason.
But the people in the dining
Okay,
hall weren't
gotcha.
able to cause the black. If the irons caused the blackout,
Ugh.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Got it. Oh man, too many things at once.
The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger.
I didn't even like hear or read almost any of that. I just like, I saw the statement and the other statement and I'm like, I think those work, go! I want to pay attention to those things, but it's like, it's hurting me if I do. Is that bad game design? Maybe, I don't know.
The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
The air conditioners!
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
Oh, I see what he's saying. If the irons all being turned on was the thing, then someone would have had to go to the storage room to do it. But those were set up in advance, and, you know, the timers are, you know, they, when the dryers go on, those could also be set up in advance. So, yeah, okay. Alright, I know why he was arguing now.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham Hands died around that time, too!
Exactly!
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout.
Yes.
I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Oh, using big words when you don't know what actually is going on.
Indubitably?
You don't know that word?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance, and used the irons to nearly max it out.
How could they have checked the old building's energy usage? It would have to be someone who really did a thorough check, like you, Nagito! But, assuming it wasn't you, because you seem important, Teru had a lot of time in there as well!
So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Yeah, except the breaker switch was still flipped, right? Right? Because Monokuma said he flipped it to turn it back on, but like he also said the killer flipped it to turn it off.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
Now everyone's gonna want to use the big words. Just to sound smart.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it.
That's cheating.
Dun dun dun!
Is she right? Such a hateful bear! You deserve to die 1,000 deaths!
What happened to your niceness, Monami? And her mushrooms are gone, what the heck?
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Is that a callback to the first game? Because even after Junko died, you were kind of still, like, you got up or something? I know that happened in the anime. Did it happen in the game? I don't remember.
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet!
I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. But even so, I feel regret.
And you should. You were supposed to be guarding things. Instead, you were taking a shit. You should have at least mentioned it. I don't know. I mean, maybe it was really bad, but I don't know. You could have been like, hey, I have to... I don't know. I don't know. Whatever.
If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, I doubt you could have reached it. We've already been over this. Still, though, didn't someone have to turn off the breaker in the first place? I don't know. I thought Monokuma said they did.
No. The breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach.
Hard to reach. I don't think it's impossible. Monokuma certainly did it.
Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Unless you had night vision goggles.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
Maybe it's you, Satan Spawn.
It's alright. You don't have to worry.
Oh, and why is that? Because I'm the good.
Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
It should be like us. You keep saying you guys. I know you're the lucky student, but you're just... I feel like that means something. I feel like you're somebody, someone. I don't know.
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all.
You're becoming more and more suspicious.
In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident.
Man, you're really suspicious.
For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right?
You're seeming more and more like you're this traitor person. Like, you're saying, oh, I have faith you guys will move on beyond this. As if maybe you're controlling Monokuma. Possibly. Or you're working for him. Or you're working for Monim. I don't know. Something. Somewhere. Somehow.
Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building.
It could have been done by you, even.
What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
But you're likely. Gosh, you're becoming more and more suspicious. Also, Bryce Pappenbrook is starting to develop his voice more for this character. They probably recorded this game in chronological order. At the beginning of the game, you could definitely hear the Makoto. Now, it's starting to fade a little. He's definitely getting his own voice. Like, if he started with this voice, and that's how he started the game, I'd probably been like, is that Bryce? I can't tell. But, I mean, now, obviously, I already know from earlier, but his voice is starting to develop.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress. Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Unfortunately, it's the truth.
Not completely.
Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer.
No, you're wrong. Maybe it's the photo? I don't know.
But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
What?
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point.
Interesting. You know how I said I think Monokuma and Monami are like a split personality person before? Maybe this guy also has a split personality and there's a link. Maybe? Possibly.
Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
I think you said something like that before, but I don't want to get killed and let the killer get away. No thanks.
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Although that would be an interesting twist, if the first case is the one where there's no real killer. Though I'm almost certain there has to be.
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you. Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior. Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is.
I think we do. I think you're on some bananas.
I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
Holy crap. Yeah, this really is. Do you have multiple personality disorder? Is that a thing for you? Really?
I don't want to do this either.
Me too! Please, take me home already!
You know, the more I go through this case, the more I'm like, if it wasn't for the fact that Nagito seems important, I would think Nagito is not only a killer, but being very sly right now.
I want to go home and eat candy!
That's new from you.
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down.
We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
This sounds like Monami.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already.
Who cares? Oh man, I am starting to dislike you, Nagito, but also, there's something very confusing about you, so I'm intrigued.
There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
Are you the killer? Is he really gonna get axed this early? I feel like he's the killer. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that he feels too important to be the killer this early, I would say he's the most likely candidate.
That's wrong.
Ah, Chiaki to the rescue!
I think...
did you say something?
What the hell's with that expression, Nagito? Are you the killer?
Cause we've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
A clue, you say?
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
And what is this?
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
Yeah, what is this clue?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They use glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Before. Is she asking how the killer got close to that table? If they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow from the paint. In order to do that, we need to get close to the table while it was still dark.
Let's try examining the situation. Mahiru's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
I think Nagito was closest to the table. If he purposely stood really close to the table, it wouldn't be hard. Who the killer is and how they were able to move to the table in the dark? No! Is Nagito the killer? You need to discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark. Like a lamp? Select a suspicious spot. How about the lamp?
Here! The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
Yeah, although if the desk lamp was still on, wouldn't have everyone been able to see, at least for a bit?
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
Oh yeah, that's right. So where are we going with this? Of course there's no way they used the desk lamp light. They could actually use the weight of the desk lamp, tablecloth, the power cord, the light bulb, the tablecloth. Killer no. I just thought, I don't know, I was remembering the sheet with blood, but I don't know. Must use the tablecloth to get too close to the table. Good God, you have no memory of what happened just a few seconds ago? So I just thought the killer used the desk lamp.
Crap!
Yeah, whatever. I thought it was like the I don't know. The power cord! If they were standing on the power cord...
I can prove it with this!
Oh, right, yeah, okay. That makes more sense.
They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
It's just because I was thinking about the bloodied sheet we found in the thing that still doesn't make any sense to me. That's all. That's why I was thinking of, maybe they used a sheet and switched it, I don't know.
Power cord?
Aha! And the only one standing over there was Nagito! Oh my gosh, is this a thing? Is this happening? I want to say we're going to get to the point where we realize Nagito did something suspicious, but then it wasn't actually him. Because I still think the person who killed him was from under the floorboards. Although, he could still have been under the floorboards. No.
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table, then use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Holy shit, where's this going?
Who?
The only person here who could have possibly done it. I know exactly who this is, and yet I don't know what this means. For reals?
You're the only one! Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
You definitely did, because you cleaned up for everyone. Came. Nagito's chance to hide the knife under the table was right before the blackout, when he was cleaning, right after the murder.
I see.
When he was cleaning.
Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
You could have also learned all about how to make it overload.
That's...
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
Is it really?
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another...
Exactly.
I wonder, is something like that even possible?
It is, but very unlikely.
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
He might have actually, was he the one, I know he, you know, he brought up the sticks thing, right? Which is suspicious in itself, but, and he could have rigged it so he was the last one with the red stick. Was he the one who brought up the idea to use the old hotel? If he was, I'd have to go back and read the transcript. I'm not going to, but if he was, then things are really looking bad for Nagito.
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
This is true. I already prepared a drawing because I assumed something like this would happen. The other trouble preparing this? Just what did you think would happen? Whoever draws the chopstick with the red mark on it will be in charge of it cleaning, okay? That's unfair? Yeah.
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
Certainly possible.
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
Indeed.
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard, and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Ooh, big words.
Well, just admit it already!
There's no way he'll admit it. He might admit something.
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya.
I don't think he did. From where we're standing right now, if he was standing on the cord and could move to the table, maybe he could have moved to, I don't know, plant the knife, but someone could have still been underneath the floorboards. Like, he could have been plotting to kill someone, but meanwhile someone else was plotting as well?
Nagito, say something!
Oh my god. Breakdown? Oh my god, he's about to laugh. Evil laugh. I have been suspicious of you for a while. I figured you might turn out to be some crazy guy. But I thought you were going to be like a traitor that would be revealed multiple cases in.
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death! Ah, how wonderful! How beautiful it is!
And how freaky your eyes are.
Huh?
Those eyes? That moment, Nagito's eyes? The darkness in his eyes shone brightly, as if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along.
But you're not the killer.
I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark.
Mm-hmm. But the murder weapon wasn't the knife.
And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
Correct.
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
Killers usually do.
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles.
That was your slip-up. If he didn't have night vision goggles, you would have gotten away with killing someone else, wouldn't you have? But because he noticed, you were like, shit, I have to stop. And then Byakuya got over to you, you dropped the knife, he went to pick up the knife, and then someone from under the floorboard stabbed him.
Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out.
You're testing us. You're lying right now. You're a crazy motherfucker, but you're not the killer. I don't think. Because we still don't know what's going on with the whole murder weapon. It has to be a skewer, right?
But with the twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery.
This isn't over yet, I can tell.
Byakuya performed admirably.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Me? Lie? That's outrageous! There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless. I'm too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. I'm too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
Jeez. That's a little weird of a read, but okay.
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
I don't think you want to relate to him right now.
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
Is he what? Is he the real Nagito?
Hey, Nagito! If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
That'd be a little weird for him to just show it to me. Because he was the one who suggested we investigate the cottage.
Yep, I sure did.
Then again, someone else could have found the letter anyways. So he might have just been doing that to cover the bases.
There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
To set up the killing. I think he might have even been the one who recommended the storehouse.
I think, somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
Exactly. He did recommend it! Oh, that little sly bastard. It's just cleaning, leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Really? I actually think I noticed how he was always the one giving the orders in that section. It's true. I don't remember him being the one to actually guard the office. Was he the one who handed you the plate of food? Not only is the storage room packed with lots of stuff, it's hard to see in there and full of cobwebs. And I'm so busy cleaning the dining hall, I didn't even have time to clean the storage room. Stayed in there for a long time. I think it'd be bad for your health. Okay, so why don't you guard the case in the office?
Oh, I get it. If Peko was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
Possibly.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, it was all a trap to manipulate us.
But it doesn't end here. I know it doesn't. Because we still haven't figured out the skewer.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it. A worthless talent for a worthless human.
What? Luck? Oh, bullshit. Nagito's talent? I believe his talent is ultimate lucky student.
I see!
Ultimate baby face, I saw that.
You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
Was it really by chance?
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It seems that way.
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks. But I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
I'm left with the red mark? For someone called the ultimate lucky student. You don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky. But it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty. Just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed? Oh, the despair it brings. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
It's fine. Let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
It wasn't him! We haven't even gotten to the skewer part!
Please, Monokuma! Please, wait!
Ooh! Is she gonna bring up the skewer part?
Huh? The fuck?
I love the inflection on that.
How should I put this? Is Nagito really the killer?
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
That's a very suspicious way of putting it.
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange. If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
Wow. And the bitch parade continues.
I'm sorry.
Get a backbone. I can say it for her. The skewer. What's up with that? Because the murder weapon is way too small to be the knife.
For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
It's Terra. Oh my god, it's Terra, isn't it? Oh my god, my least favorite character's gonna die.
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
Wow, Monokuma's gonna like you. From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch those lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by the white noise. By the way, if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In that case, all it means is this exclamation didn't mean anything at all. It had no meaning whatsoever, and it doesn't even really need to be there. Then again, I guess if you can change difficulty mid-game, then that makes sense. Oh, please don't worry, I'm not gonna fall into despair. Even though it's meaningless, allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down the white noise. That will be explained later. What? Okay, I know from at least from the first game, white noise, you could always shoot it down, I'm pretty sure. But in this debate, you won't be able to. And there's an explanation for this, apparently? You're doing this very weird game, but okay. Press the start button during those arguments. You can view the controls. Go look and have fun, so no shooting down white noise this time. Weird how the first one's the one you don't get to shoot down white noise, but okay. Luki's account, Chiaki's account, good. Okay, whoa.
I think it's strange
Ibuki, Chiaki, Kazuki, Nekomar. Okay. Ibuki. Alright, I'm gonna try and read through the lines for a second. Nekomaru's account, Ibuki's account, Chiaki's account, Kazuichi's account, and Mikan's autopsy report. It's gonna be Mikan's autopsy report, right? Yeah, I was about to look over all the accounts, because I didn't remember what they said, but I remember Mikan's autopsy report.
So obviously Nagito!
Ah,
He has already confessed.
go up to the thing. Mikons. Let's
That
go.
bastard Nagito, he killed
Let's just get
Byakuya
through
with
this so I can repeat it.
Then
Yeah.
let's prepare to cast our votes.
There we go. Why does Mikon think it's strange? I know why she thinks it's strange. Blah 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 blah. Okay. From the beginning.
I think it's strange that...
Mm-hmm.
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
Yes.
He has already confessed.
Uh-huh. No reason to deny it.
You know...
What?
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it.
And no, he
He
isn't.
killed Byakuya with the knife he hit.
Boom! There we go.
No, it's wrong!
I probably could have just watched it from where I was, but I thought I might have missed a bit, and I don't know. I like reading things.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikon?
Exactly.
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
It was the skewer that's missing.
But, based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
I think this completely rules out Mikon as a suspect. I never really had her as a suspect, but she could have just stayed quiet and would have gotten away with it, so...
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife.
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
Wow.
Not a whorehouse!
Sounds like she has experience with it.
Hey, why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikon? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
You're still a crazy bastard, though.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Plenty of people can be the killer, especially if someone was hiding under the floorboards.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikon's the one who said it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not a bad thing. This isn't just like, oh, we vote off who gets killed and then the killer gets away with it. It's, we vote off who the killer is, and if we're wrong, everyone dies but them. So, even if Nagito seems like the kind of demented person who would be fine with everyone dying. Like, he wouldn't give a shit. So, he could easily be lying about himself being the killer. I don't buy his story.
Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
He definitely is. Oh, I love that cat suit.
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Oh, we know about it. It's in Ibuki's report. He said, ow. In other words, Byakuya probably lunged him or something, and he was like, shit. Byakuya took him down. It was someone from under the floorboards that got Byakuya after that.
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
He's testing us. He's seeing if we can get through this. Either he's demented as fuck and doesn't care if he dies, or maybe he's controlling Monokuma. Or something, and he's not afraid at all, because he knows, bitch, you can't get me, I'm the one in charge, or something.
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
You're just scared of dying, aren't you?
What happened during the blackout?
It's in your report.
Oh, if you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
That's neat, but it doesn't matter.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight.
It's with your hearing, because Ibuki heard you say, ow. So did I.
Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it. What's not it?
The truth is beyond our sight. No, that can't be it. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. It's because of hearing. Where is Ibuki? Ibuki! Where are you? Ibuki's account? Go.
I can prove it with this. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it.
And she did. We have a huge list that we're probably gonna have to pick from.
Isn't that right, Ibuki?
For reals?
Though I'm so surprised, it's your account!
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
We gotta stay calm in a situation like this.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here?
I wonder if don't step on my feet is important or not. I'm not sure.
This is...
Ow!
You just got shoved by Byakuya, likely.
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
Actually, that's you. Hers are all fine.
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth.
Yeah, I knew she'd take it in stride.
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark...
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
It almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Doesn't sound like it. It is it.
Well, that's actually what happened.
Why are you surprised?
As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife.
Yeah, we never really got this in the first game. It's kind of cool we're seeing it already in this game. Someone attempted to commit murder, but either A, failed, or B, someone else beat them to it. It's cool we're actually seeing that in this game, and so early.
But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife. And he got shoved from under the table before he could even grab it? Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Could interpret it like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on!
So someone else killed him. Obviously. I saw that coming. I mean, I already said I saw it coming when I was seeing it coming. But I mean, it was way too simple of a conclusion to be a conclusion.
Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan.
But apparently not just your plan, someone else's too.
But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
No, he's not. Oh, I'm loving this case.
Then we're right back to square one!
I'm thinking Teru Teru. He seemed awfully denial-ish. But also, we still don't really fully understand what was happening with, oh my god, I still don't fully know his name. Give me a second. I'm still, his name, it's the weird one. Fuyuhiko. Fuyuhiko, there's, like, we still don't fully know what was going on with him. Was he going to attend the party, or is there more to it? Also, it's still weird that we never got any free time chances with him, which is another kind of story gameplay thing where it's like, he looks like the killer just because of something that has nothing to do with the plot, but, you know, we never got free time with him.
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth!
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair?
It'll be interesting seeing what will happen when, you know, the real killer gets killed and we move on and we still know that he's among us. It'll be very creepy indeed.
But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
I'm actually restarting to really like your character. I like villains. Especially when they're crazy. Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? No, there's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. Because if we don't, we'll die here. Suspend? What?
Well now.
The class trials reach its climax, but? Here's a question for you. What? Those of you who figured out who it is, how about you try out the Guess the Killer challenge? What? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their save data melt away like butter. What? You guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. $10 billion? Can I cheat and make 2 save files? Because that wouldn't be hard to do. Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on.
Now then, what are you gonna do?
If this is a real thing, I don't know if it's a real thing. Just in case, though, can I save? Yeah. Let's make 2 save files right here. You never know. I know they're not actually going to give me $10 billion, but I might get some kind of prize. I don't know. Maybe there's a prize called $10 billion. There we go. 2 save files. X, continue on. 0, guess the killer challenge. Let's guess the killer! Oh, what? There's no way to be able to guess who the killer is.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either.
Oh, you suck, Monokuma. My guess right now is Teru Teru. Fuyuhiko, there's a real battle going on with me. Fuyuhiko, from a gameplay perspective, that has very little to do with the story. I haven't been able to have free time with him even once. Why? Because he was a last-minute character who they didn't give much development and never even gave free time moments to, which would make him the killer? Or Teru Teru, because maybe he did poison the food, or maybe he had the skewer, something.
You're so evil.